Well, what do we have here today? Well, I'm focused on the wrong part of the desk, so we've got a bit of anti-static mat and a bit of paper towel, a bit of a power adapter. Whoop! Game Boys! Everyone loves Game Boys, but one thing people don't like about Game Boys is dreaded lines. I'm missing a whole chunk of the screen on that side. No copyright infringement. No, there was no music. So I'm missing a bunch of lines. So we've got to try and fix that. This one's okay. This one's a much older design, so if I completely melt through everything, I will simply swap everything into this casing, or vice versa. Into that casing, if I melt all the circuitry. So what we're going to do is, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take it apart, step by step, and apply low heat from a soldering iron to the little thing that controls the lines. So let's get to it and see where we end up. First step, repositioning the camera so I can actually sit at the bench. So you're probably thinking to yourself, how do you take apart a Game Boy? Well, you need this bastard of a screwdriver called the trilobe, and it is terrible. They're great at breaking. So I've got two of them and they're slightly different sizes. One will fit, one will probably not fit. So first step is make sure you have a nice clear surface with something soft. I'm going to use bubble wrap. This is anti-static bubble wrap, I believe, made of low density polyethylene, if LDPE is polyethylene or ethene, depending on chemistry. So you remove the back cover without snapping it because these are worth millions today. Actually, that's not true. Remove all your Duracell batteries that probably cost you about $1 each. That's fine. Remove your cartridge, which will probably be Tetris or Super Mario World in my case. Don't think I finished Super Mario World yet. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6. And that seems to be all there is. Is this the bad one? Which one's the bad one? This is the good one. Okay, so this is the bad one. Always good to make sure if you've got more than one, you check which one is needing to be fixed. So I need to not damage the casing on this. I do remember as a child I sort of went, because I couldn't get the screws out because they were trilobe. Like it stops a 12-year-old or a 9-year-old, however old I was, from getting into the Game Boy. But it doesn't stop them from trying. So I sort of went at the speaker grill with a flat blade. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with the trilobe thing, but I desperately wanted to see what was inside, and I couldn't. So flat blade to the front it was. At that age I probably didn't understand how screws worked, so that's my defense. I have no idea what happened to that Game Boy. Sure something happened. These are all just eBay purchases. And having a square end on a screwdriver is a terrible idea. It is about as ergonomic as those ergonomic keyboards from the 90s. Thanks Microsoft. Not really. I had a friend who had one, that was terrible. Anyway, out they all come. So, once you've got all the 6 screws out, you'll be careful not to lose your little port cover for the Ext connector. Oh, it's 2 pieces. Okay. So when you don't want to lift it up too quick because you'll rip everything out. And I don't quite know what I'm doing yet, so let me just work it out. Okay, so there's a ribbon cable. Ribbon cable's not too bad. You probably can't see it too well, but there it is. And it's on the battery back side where it connects. And it looks like it's much like the Sega Saturn ones that you just pull out. Yes, good. There's no connectors flying everywhere. So the back half is... I don't even know if I've taken one of these apart before. I didn't know, for example, that it had a little separate board for the audio headphone jack with its two own capacitors, and these look like they're yep, Panasonics. So these are probably built to last, or Matsushita. So they're obviously good construction. I mean, to be running, you know, let's see if we can find a manufacturing date on these. 40522, that could stand for the year 405, week 22. Somehow I'm doubting it though. I'll need a microchip. All of which are on the other side of things. So this being the back, we don't really need this part for the minute. So we can just pop it aside. Nice and safe. And let's have a look at this front part. Ooh, there's a bit of gunk. Get rid of the gunk. You see any gunk? Get rid of the gunk. So I've got the pressy buttons on this side, so that's why there's so many screws. They're all Phillips heads, which is nice, and the capacitors are again Panasonic. That's right, I took apart a colour, not a DMG LCD-06. So I mean it's the 6th revision of LCD. I guess we'll find out if I open up the other. I need to open up the other one, but let's hope we can fix the problem here. So we need to pretty much get this out of here. Once we, I'm not going to have much luck with a tri-lobe and a Phillips head any more than I'd have any luck with a flat blade through a speaker grill. So I need a white-handled where to go? Can't be too far. There it is, under the calipers. Calipers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 by the looks. Nice healthy 10. Not screwed in overly tight. They're a bit shorter than the ones holding the back case on, and they're obviously different screw type. Both of these are helpful. So let's just keep on removing them. What are we up to? 4. Whoa. I've got a few wire links on here. I guess that way they only had to do a really a one-sided PCB, even though there's silk screen and everything on this side. What is that? That one looks like it's been joined by magic. And by magic I mean something that isn't magic. And that should be all the screws. Bet it isn't though, I bet there's another one somewhere. There always is. Doesn't matter, let's fight it, let's fight it. Use a plastic tip something or other to sort of wedge it up a little bit. It's a bit sticky. You don't want to scratch the screen, for example. I just realised I was doing. Has to be another screw. Nope. No, there isn't. Whoa, there we go. Alright. So there's the innards of the Game Boy, not too exciting. There's the little pads. There's the Game Boy screen itself. So trying to get any dust on the inside of that, which might be impossible. Grab your other half of the Game Boy, and what we want to do is reattach it so we can actually see what's happening. So, okay, we can have a look here. We can have a look at, here's where we're going to be working. We're focusing on this, which controls the vertical lines. The horizontal lines are sort of controlled by another flex sort of cable underneath, which is a lot more difficult to get to, so we won't. Thankfully none of those lines are broken. How on earth do you reconnect this easily? There we go. So I'm going to want something in between there to stop them shorting out on each other, although it looks like if I place it down well enough, it's actually got little grounding points that it's probably going to need to turn on. But why risk it, I say? Why risk it? And as it happens, I have a whole thing full of anti-static bags. So let's get one of those. Alright, one appropriately sized anti-static bag. I don't know if it needs to be grounded between the two. Who knows? We'll find out in a few seconds. So, yep, there goes the top. That was meant to happen. Load your batteries in. These do have external power as well, don't they? Yeah. Maybe I should invest in a sort of power supply. That would be nice. Nice to have. There we go. And the power switch is that side. Okay. So now we can see the screen. Hopefully you can see the screen as well. So let's get a bit closer. Get rid of some of the glare. Also known as lighting. And we'll just throw away the focus. That's fine. Focus on that? There we go. Focus on those things. So you can see there's a bunch of strips there. Stripes. Oh, strippers. Look out. So what you want to do is remove this little piece of rubber that's in the way. Now what it does is it actually sort of acts as a pressure thing and sort of holds that down. So over time what happens is that the contacts stop contacting. So don't lose that little bit of plastic rubbery stuff like I'm about to. Now get some light. No, you won't be able to see anything because there is a light shining into it. Okay, that's alright, I'll just keep working in the dark. So if you have that rubber stick we were using earlier, I'm using my trusty grey stick. If you push down on here, on the side, it should bring these dead ones back to life. At least in theory. So let's watch what happens. So I've never actually tried this. Oh, I lost some more lines. That's probably not a good thing. No, I can definitely lose more if I want to. I don't know if that's what I was here to do though. What was that? Why did it do that? Is that not in properly? Well, that wasn't me, it was like that when I got there. Okay, well you can see that it does affect them when you poke at it, so let's go ahead and melt something. Or at least see what happens. So we're using the Hacko FX888D, so I can set the temperature. And I don't want it to be 350. Why does it only have an up button for temperature? Adjust, yes, I want to adjust it. Oh, cool. Goes up to 650, I don't believe that. Let's try 2. What type of plastic this is. What's Captain Tape's melting point? We'll start there. Start with, say, 200. How do I get out of this? No, temperature needs to drop. Other way. Oh, soldering sponge is ready, okay. I don't know what my soldering iron is doing. Still going to 350, okay. I don't want to go to 350. I want to go to 150. How the hell do you program this? I need the manual. I'll just turn it off, start again. Sorry folks, I didn't realise it would be this hard to try and change the temperature. Okay, it's going to 350 again, so it looks like we're going to use 350. So all you do is... Oh, sorry, how long has that been out of focus? Get some light on the subject. So it's still running at the moment, so I'm going to leave it running. Eating through those expensive Duracell batteries. Yeah, that just melts through the plastic, and I lost a bunch of lines. 350 is too much. These are Celsius 350s, not weak Fahrenheits. Okay, we'll check back in a moment. Once I've worked out how to set the temperature on this Hacko. Found it. You hold enter. Let's go on low heat. Let's go 150. There we go. Now it's dropping. Watch my frustration. There it is. Don't get that with an analog one, do you? I wonder how badly that's sort of melted that. Actually, it does improve it quite a bit if you push down with your finger. What did I set this to? 150. Oh, it's going to take ages. Actually, come to think of it, it's probably only melted the glue. So is that I think it's a strip of glue sitting on top, which should have come off with the should have come off with that rubber thing. So if you don't have double-sided tape at this point, like I don't, yeah, there is. Okay, so you've got to remove that as well. Let's just have a look at that while it slowly gets there. So there's just that bit of tape. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and just turn off autofocus for a little bit. Don't need autofocus for this. There we go, we're focused. So I totally will need to pick up some more of that tape, which I don't have. I've got padded double-sided tape, but that's probably could be overkill. Oh yeah, so there's no burn marks there anymore, so I can probably keep the temperature right back up. So it's just this left-hand side. As you can see, almost. Now I've lost autofocus, that's fine. Okay, we're at 150. Much heat's coming off that. Not enough to cook chicken, I'll tell you that much. Well, I'll be damned. I am making it much worse. Yeah, that looked good for a second, but then it got much worse. I don't believe it, it's actually starting to come back. Wow. That's an improvement. I've actually improved something. Might be a bit difficult to see from there. Fortunately, it's the best I can do. So that's at 150. Gotten back a few of those lines. A few of them are still blinking. But that's absolutely better than it was. Just get the old iron back out, and it's cooled a bit now, so something will have joined somewhere. I guess I've got to remember I'm operating at a lower heat than I normally would. Incredible. Incredible. So now I've got a more solid line on the left. I don't actually quite know how these line up. I assume they sort of fan out a little bit to the side because the cable doesn't line up with the size of the screen. But that's fine. I just know I'm messing around with the edge of the cable. So that's looking better. So I'm just going to keep doing that and we should be good. Something you don't hear me say too often. Usually everything's on fire. So it's different. Not having everything on fire. I mean, it's outside my comfort zone, obviously. Wow. Okay. So I'll just keep having a look at it as it goes. I'm sure this high contrast is absolutely killing it. But killing the batteries, that is, not the screen. The screen's gone. Yeah, it's got like one more line to go. Let's apply a little bit more heat to a random piece. I don't even know where the heat needs to be applied until it starts blinking and flickering. Oh, now there's one more pixel to go. Let it cool for a bit. Oh, so close. It's still a bit blinky. So this must be Captain type of plastic. So that looks pretty good. We've absolutely lost all the lines, but it was a bit flickery there, so I might just go ahead and heat it a little bit more. Why not tempt fate? Apparently today is one day that you cannot tempt fate. Might as well warm it up all the way along. Let's make sure they've all got a good contact. As you start to warm it, they start to glitch. You can sort of see where the lines line up. Well, I've got to say that's one of the most peaceful repairs I've ever done. And my soldering tip a bit dirty. Ah, there we go. Look at that, it's actually as good as new. Now I can play Tetris distraction free. Very cool. Alright, well let's get this back together. So we've still got the batteries in. Just to be safe, make sure you take them out. And turn on the Game Boy just to discharge any capacitors. And then we want to disconnect. Pop this one aside again. Hopefully not too much dust has settled on your screen. And now I don't have double-sided tape, so I'm just going to pop this rubber in, make a mental note to myself. Shane, put some double-sided tape in there. Also help me! Actually, I might see if I can get down to the hardware store and pick some up. I'll be back after visiting the hardware store. I've been gone for so long I've forgotten what I was doing. Okay, so we've got double-sided tape. Now, it is really hard to find double-sided tape that is just tape with a bit of backing. All they seem to have everywhere is double-sided tape with foam for hanging picture hooks and things. No one wants to do that. If I want to do that, I'll use blue tack. Come on. Not attach a picture hook with blue tack. Picture hooks usually come with their own. So anyway, double-sided tape is exactly that. I don't know why I couldn't find it at the Superstore, but now I have it, so it's mine. And we don't really need too much either. It's really just a very thin line. So, let me just cut off, snip, and we need approximately that many. And how many highs is it? It's that many highs, okay. Too bad I didn't use longer scissors. It's fine. There we go, that looks good. I was thinking worst case, if I did use one with a little bit of foam, I could have, you know, just pushed it on the connectors a bit better. Honestly, why that's even there, you gotta sort of question it. Alright, well, let's put it down first, because what could go wrong? Everything. Because nothing's gone wrong so far. Yep, it's too long. Oh god, it's too long. Upsy daisy. Snip. These are good scissors. Beautiful. Ah, you wouldn't even know it's not factory done. Except for the fact that it's 5,000 years in the future and we're all robots. This just needs to lay across there. There-ish. Yeah, it's pretty there-ish enough. No, it's not. It's way off center. Good's my tape. My tape's coming up with it. Okay, that's good enough. Perfect. Probably. Who knows? Let's hope it doesn't have to rely on that in the future. So do the best job you can. Obviously this is my personal one, so it's not too much of an issue. Whereas, I mean, for example, I wouldn't sell this. Then again, I don't sell anything. So pop it back in. Making sure all your little buttons go in alright. It's looking pretty good. Speaker's got little things in it. Didn't actually find a date, did I? Was there a date at all? Never lifted by the flex connector. No microchips visible. That's annoying. Microchips usually have a date stamp of some sort, so I'd imagine if we have a look at the other circuit board, which we may very well, just for the sake of it. So it looks like a Game Boy from the front. And then you just pop in the shorter Phillips head screws, which there were 10 of. Each screw hole is conveniently, so convenient, it's got little white circles around them, so makes it easy. Probably best off starting with the middle and working your way out. Just hand tight, don't use a drill for this. If you're using a drill to do this, I question your sanity. And that's saying something. Because I question my own. There we go. This is so easy. I'm going to put this all together and there's going to be a missing line, I can tell. It's one of those things. Go to all the work, you don't retest it after putting it together. Okay, I'll test it while it's half together. But not before I have a poke and a peek underneath. See, I said work to the middle out and I'm just putting in screws randomly. That's a bad habit. Bad habit. Make sure the button ones are in good so you don't accidentally press a button and you punch through the PCB. Up, down, left, right. Whoops, just went through the board. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking good on this side too. We need one other half of the Game Boy. It's got it's all wired in. Let's have a quick look. How many screws we got? 2? Really? Okay. 2's not that many. 2 I can handle. 1. 2. Really? Nothing else holding the back. I guess the front holds the back in. 94, 14, 94, 15. So there we go. I've now carbon dated, well, silicon dated. That's good. There's the board. Probably should show you, since YouTube is quite a visual thing. So we've got the DMG CPU B. No idea what that means. Quite a nice design though. More caps, which are Panasonic again. Which is good. Then you've got this board that goes off to this little sideboard. Has a, I haven't seen one of those for a while, an inductor. And the headphone board, which has more capacitors. So I guess having a headphone jack on it's quite handy, because if you were to ever have no sound on one of these older Game Boys, you could just replace the caps nearest the headphone jack, see if it makes a difference. Which you'll probably find it does. Where did I take these screws out from? Is it at the top? Nope. I need to pay more attention to what I am doing. So those two. Nope. Okay. That's cool. I'll just oh, it's those ones, okay. Yep, that's how we do it in the do-it-yourself industry. So it just secures that onto there. Easy. Could have worked that out easily. I mean, third time lucky, but third time, there is no fourth time. There are no more holes. I mean, there are those holes, but they obviously don't go into anything. So there we go. That's the internals of the old Game Boy. So let's pop this guy back on and give it a quick fire up and see how good or bad it looks. Hopefully, it'll look beautiful. But we won't know till we try. Load up batteries. Glad this isn't a Game Gear, man. I wouldn't have enough batteries to do a Game Gear. If you know what I'm saying. Poor Game Gear. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. That is perfect. It's very difficult for you to see thanks to reflections. But it's black. It's magnificent. Let's have a look at the Nintendo logo. Ah, just kidding. Perfect. Good repair. That's a good repair. So to get the final pieces in, take the batteries out again. Grab your awful tri-lobe screws. One potato. Two potatoes? Where's the second potato? Ah, two potatoes. Three potatoes. So week 15 puts us somewhere in just the beginning of the second quarter of '94. So this would have been about the same age as probably the Game Boy I got many Christmases ago, after they'd been around for, these 89, 5 years. So either Christmas '94 or '95 I think it would have been. The delight on my face would have been amazing, given I'd never owned a console of any type up until that point. It's a good Christmas. I remember listening to Tetris through headphones as I fell asleep. Yep. It all started the addiction you see today. Game Boys are a gateway console. Magnificent. Let's give it a quick speed run just so you can see it in action. Oh yeah. What music are we going with, people? I love this music. Let's do it. Oh, you give me one of these straight away. What is this? Tetris or Easy Street? And if you want to watch me playing more Tetris, you can have a look at McRetro Gaming. Subscribe at the end, of course. And you'll see that I am a magnificent... Oh, what have I done? I've doomed myself. Oh. He recovers, he recovers, he puts... That one should have went on the other side. It's all good, he's got the wrong... Let's do the work. Yeah? You're not going to give me anything now? You're killing me. Killing me, Tetris. Killing me, Tetris. Oh, what? Yeah, I could get the spaceship once, so there you go. But as you can see, that screen is it's absolutely it is magnificent. I mean, admittedly, the screen itself is a bit off center. That's not my fault. I didn't manufacture the damn thing. Focus. There we go. So that's quite nice. I think I've done quite a good job, and thanks to monkey.co.uk for the guide I followed. He followed it off a couple of YouTube videos, but I'm a lazy man. I personally, I'll only go have a look at a YouTube video if I need to. I tend to follow guides a bit better. Do it yourself. Oh, forgot the most important part. There we go. Look at that. Without that, dust would get in and, well, it would ruin the whole system. That's why it's there. Let's enter McRetro. Actually, it doesn't even store these scores. Because it doesn't have a... Does McRetro fit? Oh, that's a better question. I'm running out of... This is bad. Oh, I spelt my name wrong. T. Where's T? Yeah, that sucks. Could have fit Shane in there. McRetro. Oh, now I've got to finish this one. Oh, he nearly tricked me. Huh. I got a line. That's good. Shenanigans! Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? This game makes me question some things. There's more mess for me to clean up. Might as well have some kids. No, pets. No, pets. Pets are probably cheaper in the long run. They die within 10 years. That's a dark way of looking at it, Shane. Oof. Don't need to tell me. Oh, you kidding? Oh, that's good. I can jam that one down the side. Oh, I don't want to put that on there. None of it will matter soon. None of it will matter. It's going to matter for 2 more lines. Oh, I got rid of one of them. Yep, that was the wrong way to do it. Damn it. Come on, give me a... Yeah, that's it. A jaggedy piece. It's a wrong piece. Oh man. Oh, this is not going well. Can't handle this. Too much pressure. Everyone's watching. It's the cold water. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. That's how you fix up your Game Boy. To be just like new. McRetro out!